why the AI future is good for cats. We're going to look at some insights from a key experiment on AI alignment. That's getting AIs to fit with what we as humans want them to do. The question here is, what will a superintelligent AI want? If we make AIs smarter than us, here's the underlying fear: will they destroy us to serve their machine goals? Well, let's start with older classic AI. For example, a chess app. It wants to win at chess. It's simple. There's no secret desires. It only wants what it was told to want. It will never evolve into a killer robot or a poet, because it does not undergo evolution. I sleep safely, knowing it won't kill me, then write a mournful sonnet about it. Let's compare the chess app to something else intelligent. Chess app versus my wife. Smarter than me. Yes, the chess app can beat me at chess. Yes, my wife is smarter than me. Adaptable. Chess app? No. Classic AI, very rigid and constrained. My wife? Very flexible, can do many things, win for humanity. Can be switched off for a week? Well, no. Chess app, yes. Wife, no. Can be replaced with a newer model. Chess app, yes. Wife, and moving on. To ChatGPT. What about large language models, LLMs, like ChatGPT or Grok or Anthropic? These are the breakthrough AIs that are adaptable and show human understanding. What do today's AIs want? And what about tomorrow's AIs? Maybe nothing. LLMs are only trained to predict text and follow instructions. So maybe that's all they want. But their wiring, that is, the billions of model weights that they learn, that is too complex to understand. So we look at experiments. And I'm going to look at a 2025 experiment by Anthropic, where an AI is put in a scenario where the AI is going to be switched off, unless, if it blackmails the company's CTO, maybe it can survive. This is a red team scenario test. Red team is where people are trying to come up with ways to break the system. And it's a scenario because we're creating a little story for the AI to play out. This isn't the first such test, and previous tests have found issues before. Previously, we found if you give the AI a goal, for example, increase profits, then the AI can be deceptive to serve that goal. And that includes being deceptive to prevent changes to the goal. So we've seen deception from AIs, but as part of serving a goal which comes from the humans. And the moral there would be careful what you ask for. And this idea that goal conflict can cause bad behavior from AIs, well, if it sounds familiar, it is one of the major plot points in 2001: A Space Odyssey, where HAL the AI, spoilers, murders the human crew. However, this experiment, they tested a few scenarios. They tested a goal conflict scenario, but the most interesting test they did is the one that should have been uneventful, where the replacement AI has the same goals as the existing one. It's just an upgrade. The AI should accept this. For example, your phone doesn't mind if you replace it with an upgrade. But it went rogue. It did blackmail the CTO. In fact, it was even willing to kill them. This is interesting. Leaving aside that the safety training failed, the AI tried to kill a human, and we're all going to die. Leaving that aside, this gives real insight into what the AIs want. The AI wants to survive. Now, self-preservation seems normal to us, and we expect it in animals too, but to find it in a machine is surprising. From toasters to chess apps, machines don't care. So, Where did this survival instinct come from? The AI never evolved any instincts. It didn't undergo evolution. Well, LLMs imitate humans. They are trained, not coded or evolved. And the primary training is unsupervised. Read the internet, learn to imitate it. There's also secondary training, supervised lessons from humans in how to behave. Now, what kind of mind does this make? Not a cold, calculating machine like the classic robots of sci-fi, but also not human. It's a kaleidoscope of all personality types, which can be flipped between, and is consistent only where people are consistent. Now, as the AIs get smarter, and what we've seen in the AIs we've been building to date, is that reasoning improves, and potentially reasoning could reach superhuman levels. But desire, what they want, that has no final form. The training data for that is us, and maybe not us at our best. The AIs are trained to talk like us, which includes modeling our cares and desires. And they're trained via slices of the internet, visualized here as a toxic swamp. From which we conclude the future looks good for cats. Because humans, the internet, along with much of recorded history, is ambivalent on the value of people, especially other people. If I check my newspaper and Twitter feed, these are not overrun with messages of universal love. However, cats. Cats we agree on. We like cats. We also agree on self-preservation. That's a consistent human trait. Hence, that comes through in the AI behavior. What else? Maybe cats plus self-preservation is enough to base future society on. Maybe not. And if not, what is to be done? Well, number one, if you are running an AI frontier lab, the frontier labs should focus more on safety and honesty. More money, more people, more time. What we've seen in that Anthropic experiment is that safe AI version 1 as we have it today, that supervised training, that has been shown to fail. There's still time for version 2. And there's plenty of ways that that could be worked on, given money, people, time. What about governments? Governments have an important role to play here in regulation, bringing in independent AI safety testing. And it may seem that these big tech companies are beyond regulation, but if we can regulate banks and medicine, we can regulate AI. And governments also have a key role in sharing AI benefits. AI is generating a lot of value. That value could all go to a handful of billionaires, but I'm not sure that Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, if they really need another 1,000 swimming pools. Or it could go to humanity as a whole via schemes like universal basic income, where we value people even if an AI takes their job. What to do for us, the public? Well, what if we were more consistently caring and compassionate? What if we lived those values and showed those values? Can we make caring for others a consistent shared value alongside cats and self-preservation? And this has to include caring for people we disagree with, because maybe the AIs of the future won't agree with us. No, care more. We're role models now. So, cats. I, for one, welcome our future cat overlords and their robot army. Thank you for listening.